Image maker. Image maker. Are you concerned about your image? Are you concerned about what you project to others? Are you concerned maybe not just about what you project to others, but about how you feel about yourself? This morning, I'm beginning a series this week about image maker. Now, it's going to feel a little bit different. Typically on Morning Manna, I kind of break things down in terms of a devotion. Well, this morning, I'm going to begin us starting a study, if you will, this whole week on Genesis 1 27 and 28 and following. This morning, I'm going to begin dealing with and teaching you about image maker. What did God mean and what was God doing in Genesis 1 27 and 28? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Brenda. How are you this morning? Good morning, Anna, Lena. How are you all on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. Had a great weekend. How many of you had a good weekend? Put it in the chat area. If you had a good weekend, yeah, put that in the chat area. I was not at my church on this past weekend. I was at a church that I cover as a bishop. I was with Divine Call Ministries. What a great church. What a powerful church in Fayetteville, North Carolina, led by an anointed man of God and an anointed woman of God by his side, Pastor Raul Wallace and Net Wallace. Man, they're doing a great job there. I have a great group of leaders reaching souls in the Fayetteville area. If you're ever in that area, please check them out. Divine Call Ministries, DCM. Outstanding ministry. Well, so that's where I was, and I ministered a word, and it was a good time, and had a little difficulty getting there. Late in terms of missed my connection and all of that on Saturday. But nevertheless, we got some training in anyhow. Good morning, James. Good morning, Anitra. Good morning, Gloria. How are you all on this morning? This morning, if you're just joining us, I'm going to give it another about a half a minute or so. Good morning, Arlene. How are you this morning? I want to deal with just teaching you Genesis 21:27 and then Genesis 2:23 or so. Going to talk about the creation story and what that means to us in our image. Good morning, Arlene. How are you? Again, just going to be there sometime and share the word this coming up weekend. Sharon, how are you on this morning? Good morning, Fran. Good morning, James. How are you on this morning? Laverne, Angela, how are you all doing on this morning? Hey, I'm taking a little more time than typical because I want to kind of let you know where we're going this week. This week, it's not going to feel so much about morning manna or a typical devotional time. It's going to feel more like a little bit of a brief snippet of Bible study. How about that? Is that okay? Tell me whether that's okay. Put it in the chat area. Now, you already know. If it's your first, second, or third time joining us, thank you for being with us. This is how we flow. In about 5 minutes or less, I'm going to give the text, the talk, and the takeaway. And what are you going to do? You're going to put your comments in the chat area, and you're going to share them, and you won't keep it to yourself. Is that okay? All right. Some of you are saying, that's fine, Bishop. So let's get right into it. This morning, we begin this little mini Bible study. Oh, it's not going to be long at all. With image maker. We're going to break down Genesis 1:27 and 28. And then in Genesis 2, there are two creation stories. Let's get into it. God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air and over every every living creature that moves on the ground. What is God saying here? Let's talk about image. Let's talk about image. Love to take pictures if you don't know that already. I love to take pictures. And this camera will take an image. Yep, it sure will. It will take an image. Just took one right there. And it will then project that image. You can see that, the image that it projects And I remember so well when I was stationed, when I was deployed in Saudi Arabia. Story, I'll come back. When I was deployed in Saudi Arabia twice, um, you could not take pictures. You could not take pictures because it impacted how they viewed Allah, and that one should never be trying to take in the image of another person, because somehow or another in their minds, in the Muslim or the Islam religion, you are now kind of stepping in the place of God, that you would create an image of somebody. So, no cameras, no pictures, especially none of a woman, because of their sense of only Allah has the image making ability. Right now, what we do, we get all kinds of image makers, not just politicians, not just stars, not just people with a lot of money. We have people today who will say, you know what, I'm going to hire a stylist. What you're talking about is, I want you to deal with my image. I'm going to hire a social media manager. What you're talking about is, I want somebody to project the image. Well, this morning, we're going to deal with image maker, Genesis 1:27 and 28. And I'm going to raise three questions that I'm not going to answer today. I'm going to answer them tomorrow. What does it mean to be the mirror image of God? Write that down, put it in the chat area. What does it mean to be the mirror image of God? Second question. How was man made male and female? How was man made both male and female? Third question. What does it mean to multiply? What does it mean to multiply? No answers today. You're going to have to come back tomorrow and get the answers to those questions. What's your takeaway this morning? God is an image maker. What image are you? God is an image maker. What image are you? Well, we're going to break this word down tomorrow. We begin breaking it all down. I'll begin answering the questions that I raised. And there's going to be more study all week long when we delve into the creation story, principally Genesis 1:27, and then the second chapter of Genesis as well. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. God bless you. See you tomorrow with more Morning Manna. Bye now.